What's up, guys? This is Gavin at Tab Performance, and we are doing our weekly update on the race bike. Today, we are working on the practice bike that you guys might have seen in our previous episodes. And what we're going to be doing today is installing some rear sets on the bike. And it's going to include a little bit of tapping into the frame to get these rear set brackets on. It's pretty different from, the forward controls that come factory or even mid controls that you might be able to buy aftermarket. This really sets the bike up to kind of be in a attack stance for racing. It's going to be real similar to the sport bike setup. So let me show you what I'm talking about, show you what we're going to have to tap, and then the brackets that we're going to run with the rear sets. So here's that bike. This hole is what we are going to be tapping. This is an M10 by 1.5. We are going to tap that to the same thread pitch and diameter. And essentially what we do is once both of these are tapped, this hole already is, we throw this bracket on here, and then the holes up top here, it pretty much just recenters it taller. And then our rear set will actually attach to it from up here. I'll show you guys that one second. So there's that setup. Once we get that tapped, we'll have it like this. And then our rear set or foot control is going to be set up right here. So like I said, pretty crazy difference from where your factory foot placement is going to be. And this locating and bolt hole are actually for the rear floorboards for your passengers. So that's how different of an offset it is. We're going from way up here to the front of the bike where your feet are pretty much like out here to now having it pretty much right under where the rider sits. All right, so let's go get a tap real quick and some cutting fluid, and we'll get to tapping that other hole. Of course, we have to do the other side as well, and we'll see if we can't get these rear sets put on today. I know we'll get the brackets on at least, and we can move on from there. All right, we're back. I got the little tap handle, oiled her up with cutting fluid, and we are going to get ready to, making a mess on myself. We're gonna get ready to tap into the frame. I'm gonna do a quick measurement, just make sure that we don't need to drill any bigger, and then we can go from there. Right now, just from the looks of it, we should be able to tap into it without any issues, but like I said, it's just gonna be better to double check than have to go back and try to deal with that if it doesn't work. So I don't really wanna break off a tap and the frame. That's just gonna be a pain in the butt to deal with. But if we can avoid it, we're gonna. So give me a second. I'm gonna measure this, make sure we don't need to drill, and then we'll get to tap in this second bolt into the frame. Well, we're gonna be drilling. That is just a little bit too far off after measuring to just go ahead and tap right in it. Kind of makes sense why the race bike bolt I wasn't able to get out even when I hit it with the torch. And an impact, guessing that they were in a situation where they just had to tap that hole, and the thread engagement is probably something crazy now. So it's super tight in there, but I'm gonna find the right drill bit, and we should be right around 75% thread engagement once we end up tapping it after we drill it just a little bit bigger. So I'm gonna go see if I can't find a metric drill bit, and then we will tap that out. All right, that bottom hole is the one we just tapped threads into. The top one is the factory one, and we are looking really good. I say we hop on over to the other side and do the same thing. When I drill these, I am using a good amount of that magic tap, tap cutting or tap fluid. Not only am I using cutting fluid on the drill bit, but I'm using a ton on that tap, going back and forth. If it's going smooth, I'll keep the rotations going, but the second it gets hard, I'll start doing a quarter turn back, or a half turn forward, quarter turn back, kind of work my way. If it gets too stiff, I'll pull the whole tap out, blow it out with compressed air, re-lube that tap with the cutting fluid, and then start that process over again. All right, let's get away at this. We'll try to get as straight in there as possible, make our lives easy. It's gonna give you some tension. We are cutting brand new threads in this cast aluminum. It being aluminum is gonna make your life a little easier too. Don't get going too fast just because that first one went well. Last thing you want is a broken tap in there. Gonna get this cleaned up, re-lube it, and we'll get right back to it. And we're lubed back up, and we're cut about halfway through this hole already. This is a through hole, so you can feel how deep that tap's gone through. All right, there is that second hole. Well, I've got you guys here with me today. I think we are going to focus on getting the left side rear set on. I know I have that in stock. Don't know if I have an extra foot brake side foot control in stock, so we might have to be ordering that, but I'll show you guys. We'll at least get the bracket hooked up and then get those foot controls hooked up just so you can visualize it a little bit different. And maybe I'll show you where your foot placement will be. Well, I just grabbed some random-ish hardware so I can bolt this up and show you guys what we're dealing with. That ain't gonna work. Here's that rear set hooked up. Obviously, we're missing a little bit of hardware. We're missing the shifter that goes with it. But that is where the rear set on these King of the Baggers Indian Challengers sits. Pretty dang high, pretty crazy foot placement from factory. And I think I just need to get a few more parts ordered and we will be sitting pretty. We can go over to the actual race bike over on the fab side and I'll show you guys what the rear sets are supposed to look like. We have a full set completed over there. Obviously the race bike is supposed to be ready to go at any time. So let me take you over there. I'll show you what we're looking like and then we will probably wrap up this episode for today. Tune in next week. I'm hoping to go get that metric hardware, pick a few things up as far as ordering parts, and then get these rear sets all the way on. And I'm hoping if everything goes well, we're gonna have the whole front end on this practice bike as well, because we're still missing a few things, but it is coming along pretty well. So let's hop on over to the fab side and take a look at what the actual rear sets look like when they're completed. So here's that side we're working on the practice bike. As you can see, it's sitting exactly where we had it. Just missing a few hardware pieces. We're just missing the shift arm, which is adjustable. We'll set it up to where our rider Kyle wants it. And then we have a quick shifter set up here as well that I'm pretty sure I can figure out how to get on the race bike. And we just switched over to this style primary on the practice bike as well. So this is the setup that we're gonna have. And our new primary does not have this guide for the clutch cable to essentially adjust slack. And Andy doesn't know it yet, but I'm gonna have him make me one of these. and we'll be sitting like we are on this primary. All right, guys, that's all we're covering. If you want to see more of this build or more of what we're doing to these Indian Challengers to race them at such a highly competitive level, tune in next week, subscribe, follow, give us recommendations. We're always happy to hear them if they're within reason. But we're going to call it a day. I'm going to get this video uploaded and hope you guys enjoy. Thank you for sticking around.